Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to add audio to your dialogue cards that you created in week 3. So I'm going to go into the content bank and I'm going to go get my dialogue cards. And here you can see who's created what. So I'm just going to do it by name. And I'm going to find my dialogue cards. Here they are because I called it the Radley family vocabulary. So I'm going to click on that. And as you can see, there's just images. There's no audio. And I did 7 cards. And now it's time to add my audio to these cards. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click edit because I'm in the content bank, remember? And I want to make, actually, I need to turn editing on, I guess. Yes. And I want to download, let me go back to the content bank. I want to download this activity. So actually I'm going to have to go back to week 3 and find that vocabulary here in New Words. And I want to reuse it. So I'm going to download it. That's what I have to do first. So I'm going to download this H5P into my computer. And it's going to go into this other project I'm working on. Names of people, different countries. That's not what I want. I want it to go into the Radley family folder on the desktop. So there we go. And I'm going to call it, I'm going to leave dialogue cards, and I am going to call it dialogue cards, the Radley family. And with audio. Remember, do not leave any spaces whatsoever in the names when there's an extension. So I'm going to click save. It is now on my desktop, and I'm going to go back to week 4, and I'm going to go back into the content bank, and I'm going to upload the file from my computer. So here it is. If I hover, I can see the name with the audio. So now I'm going to add the audio with it. I'm going to specify it as non-commercial share alike. And I'm going to save changes. So it should now be in here, and it's called Dialog Cards, the Radley family with audio. So this is the name in the content bank. Of course, I do it this way so I know what it is. And I'm going to edit them. So I'm going to go into here. And now this is a copy of what I did in week 3 because it's the new one, right? With audio. Last week it was with images. So here I have dialogue cards. I have a heading called dialogue cards, but the heading goes at the top of the thing. So this title here where it says metadata, this is by you. So I'm going to call it dialogue cards with dialogue cards, the Radley family. With audio. And I wanted to show this label because this is what attributes this H5P activity to me. And I'm going to fill in the rest. So actually I'm going to turn it off and just fill everything out. So the license I want is attribution, non-commercial, share alike. I'm just going to put in 2024. The source, there's no source. I'm the author. I'm going to ask it to save the author, so it goes there. Any license extras I want to write, I can add any information here. So in here, I could actually attribute Andrea, who was the creator of the story, the Radley family. But for purposes right now, I'm not going to do that. But if I had retrieved the story from another website or something like that, I would add more information. Andrea will forgive me on this one. I'm just trying to save time, but I would definitely do that. So here I'm going to show us, I wanted to show, and I'm going to save the metadata. Normal or repetition, I'm just going to keep it normal. Look at the image, learn the new words, and now for each of these cards, I'm going to add audio. So you could see audio files here. So you attach audio and you click audio. And this is the Radley family. So this is all of them, and this is the title. Remember when I created my audio, I created one with the title? So I'm going to add that. I'm going to edit the copyright. Again, it was me, it's my voice. So the title is the Radley family. The author is Elizabeth. The years, I'm just going to put 2024 because I just created it. And the source, there is no source. The license, again, non-commercial, share alike. That's what I want to use. That's the license that's going to suit me. And that is for my audio. Now, I'm not going to change any of this. I'm going to go on and do the next card. So this was the image of a doctor. Now I'm going to add the audio. I'm going to go search for a doctor. That's why I created that. I'm going to add it in here. Double click. There we go. Again, edit the information. I'm going to call it a doctor. The author, again, is myself. The years are 2024. The source is not necessary. The license, again, I wanted CC by NCSA, and I want to save. I just did 2 cards to show you. I'm going to just save the whole thing. I hope it's saved. And here it is. So let's listen. The Radley family. Okay. Going to go next. I apologize for the bad audio. A doctor. But I was recording and taping this at the same time. So that's probably why there's all that noise. You should have and do it quietly. And as you can see, the other cards are not yet done. But that's what you would get. A doctor. Could read. A doctor. A doctor. A doctor. Doctor. A doctor. And your students will practice. The Radley family. The Radley family. So it's great for introduction of new vocabulary and so on. That's all I use it for. This does not track anything. You could do activity completion just by viewing. That's about it. It doesn't allow, there's no scoring, there's nothing, because it's just, they're like flashcards, they're like learning cards, they're like, that's just here you can enhance your images with word and audio. A doctor. It's amazing. And this one is missing it, so I have to go back and edit the rest. And remember, this is still in my content bank. I'm in the content bank. So again, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to continue to add the rest of the words. I'm going to do that quickly. So a chef. I'm just going to go in, add a chef. I'm going to come back and do the copyright stuff later. I'm going to click the next one, a teacher, and I'm going to add the audio here. So a teacher. Okay, go up, do again a teacher. So whether it's male or female, in English it's the same. In some language this changes. So here we go. I'll come back and do the edit copyright information. Right now, for saving time and making this video a little shorter, I'm just going to add the audio files. Now I'm looking for, I forgot which one that was. So, oh, a dentist. Okay. A dentist. Okay. So let me add a dentist. There we go. And I have one more, police officer or police officers. I added both a police officer or police officer. So I'm going to add the larger file. So I'm going to look for this one, a police officer or police officers. And I'm going to click save. It's good to save often when you're working on something, because sometimes the internet might go down and then your activity won't be saved and you have to start all over again. So I like to do things step by step. So I'll add images, then I'll add text. So it's great. A doctor, a chef, a teacher, a teacher, a dentist, a police officer, or police officers. Okay, so it's done. And that's how you create dialogue cards. Ah, there's one step missing. Remember, this is in the content bank. So I've got to put it on in my sandbox on my content page. So I've got to go to week 4. And I'm going to click on week 4. And here I'm going to add an activity or resource. And I have started. Here's my H5P. I didn't star the black because I don't usually use it. And it's all the same. So I didn't start. So I'm going to call it the Radley. New words with audio. And this is just for that. For my students, I would just add the Radley family learn new words. Oh, I guess I can add it here. Learn new words. And I wouldn't add with audio, but this is just for you to distinguish. Remember, now I'm going to get the package from the content bank. So I'm going to upload it from the content bank. And I'm going to find my H5Ps from the content bank. So I'm just going to scroll down. I think it was called Dialog Cards. Dictation, Dialog Cards, the Radley family with audio. So there it is. I'm going to link to it. Of course, my name is here and it's now has the license that I wanted to apply. So I'm going to select this file. And I link to it. So when I go back to the content bank and I add in all of the copyright stuff, it'll show, and I don't have to come back and add it to the package. That's why. So if you link, any changes you make to this file will automatically change wherever this file is on the Moodle system. So here's the grade to pass, there's none. So I'm going to put none because there's no point for dialog cards, they're not graded. Attempts options, enable attempt tracking, I'm going to put yes, but there's no grading method. I just want to know how many times my participants viewed it. Hide on the course page. Well, if I'm creating it and I don't want my students to see it until a particular point in the class time, or if I want to show them how to do it and then release it to them, I leave it hidden and then I just unhide it during class time, because I do allow class time for my students to learn this. So we practice it a bit and then they do it on their own and then they go home and they review. It's great with beginners. So restrict access, of course you can do that as well, but I just find it easier being in person to just release it whenever it's time for them, that whenever I want them to see it. Completion conditions, basically here they can mark it as done. I can add requirements, so view the activity is all they can do because there's nothing to that. And of course tags are not necessary for dialog cards because it's not a PBLA item. And competencies, of course, we don't have. I'm not sure how that works. So I'm going to save and display. And now I'm going to test my activity and make sure it's in my course. So I'm going to go into week 4 and I'm going to make sure, here it is. So I have the dictation, I have the dialog cards, and this is ways that I present it to my students as well, so they know that this is a dictation. I'd probably call it a test, just to make the words simple for them, and that's it. And Andrea did the H5P. We've added a forum so we could give each other feedback, and this is what we suggested for you. And we'll be adding the forum also for you to give us feedback. And if you want, we'll go into your sandboxes and give you feedback. We'd love to see what you've created so far, and we'd like to give you feedback on your actual activities. It's kind of fun. And others should do the same, because by teaching others and learning and looking at each other's work, you can also get ideas for your own H5Ps. And that's how things roll. When you're working alone, it's not easy. When you work together and in collaboration, you get more ideas, you develop faster and more, and ideas start coming to you from everywhere. Oh, well, but I could do this for my class, or I could do that. So, and by working together with people of the same level, you get even more and more ideas. So I'm just going to open this, I said, because I want to see if it's working or not. I want to make sure that the text is matching the audio. A Radley family. That's good. A doctor. And if I turn it around, it's just the text for them to read. A chef. Mm-hmm. A teacher. A teacher. A dentist. A police officer. Or police officers. And all the spelling looks great. And that's it. I'm done. And here is the reuse, the rights of use. So if I open this, I can see that these dialog cards, the Radley family with audio, I'm the author of this H5P. And here I have the attribution for the image, and underneath it, the attribution for the title of the audio. So image, audio, image, audio. And the audio, the author was myself. And here I just have the images because remember I said I was going to go back and do all of that. But to save time in this video, I didn't. But that's what this does. So everything is listed here. So you need to have that attribution button, rights of use, and view copyright information for this content. That makes it amazing. Thanks for watching. I hope that you can now enhance your dialogue cards and infuse them with audio. And maybe you have higher levels and can be more creative with this. So have a great day.